We'll call our meeting to order, but our clerk's not here yet.
John's getting ahead of himself.
She's looking for some paperwork.
Paperwork.
It's necessary for this.
Gee, I didn't wait for you.
You are everyone.
Sorry, Joe, I didn't notice you weren't there.
Dave's bleeding.
Oh,
I said Dave was the only one that touched me.
Have you had your bloodborne pathogen
That's just
training?
what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Poor Dave, he's in there cleaning up.
What'd you do to him?
He caught his hand on the door.
Oh, God.
poor guy.
Okay.
Joe, I did call the meeting to order, and so please call the roll.
Okay, Hamilton,
Yes.
Rasmussen.
Yes.
Revelinsky.
Yes.
Flournoy.
Here.
Ledger Caitlin.
Here.
Hamas.
Yes.
Hallie.
Yes.
Are there any additions to tonight's agenda from anyone? Okay, seeing none, we will consider our consent agenda, which includes approval of minutes from our May 26, 2015 council meeting, the approval of May finance report, which has a amount of claims has changed slightly due to additional postage for the city hall. And the new claims amount is $493,058.06. We have a resolution of employment in the Park and Rec Department and approval of liquor license for BPO Elks Lodge, number 1192, Shokai Come and Go, number 134, Cafe Paradiso, Inc., the Walton Club, and Logley's store. And, I already mentioned the claims amount, which, and so, we'll entertain a motion for approval.
I have a question.
Yes.
With the recent articles in the newspaper about liquor being sold to underage people, one of the businesses on this list, I believe, was one that got hit twice, 2 times virtually in a row.
Which one is that?
Shokai?
I see.
Alcohol is handled at the state level.
Mm-hmm.
We
either approve or disapprove, don't we?
Well, John, you might address it. I don't think that's a good enough reason to deny a license. The state will do their due diligence.
It is and it isn't. If they have claimed their affirmative defense for having their employee trained, they get 1 bite every 4 years. Come and Go did that recently. And I don't think they've been in trouble again since
That was cigarette, though.
Pardon?
Wasn't that cigarette?
No, I think it was liquor. Was it cigarettes?
Because I do the cigarette violations and the state
maybe
does
I got
thing that was going,
alcohol
but
violations.
booze and cigarettes mixed up.
would it be a similar situation though?
Yeah.
With that?
It would be. It would be, but 2, I mean, no matter what, they aren't. They can't have an exemption. And
Yeah, I think that's
at
at
that
the
point,
state
they can't
level.
claim a defense.
So, since those 2 happened rapidly and recently, what is our role when it comes to responsibility of whether we approve this or not?
I think your safe way to do this would be to approve it subject to Iowa liquor control and determine if there's anything up there that stands in the way of approval. Okay. And that second violation may be it, regardless of if they're entitled to a first bite.
Well, I've heard John express concerns in the past about alcohol sales to minors and stuff like that, and then we have an operation like this, and I know that some in the community, it's not very popular that we do that, but it's a compliance check that needs to be done so that we know that people have trained their employees in order to do this, and then to have this come up on the agenda so recently after that happened, I think I would feel a little bit better if we need to approve it with some provisos like you had just mentioned.
I do the proviso, and I'm just going from some research I did with Joy a month or 2 ago. But I'm thinking that we have the same kind of carve-out for one affirmative defense, both with liquor control and with the tobacco issue. If you've had employee training and the employee is certified, the employer can take that one-time exemption every 4 years. And
And won't Iowa beer or alcohol, won't they, they'll have the final authority to
yes,
remove their license.
Right.
if they
So we're
need
going to put a qualification on this approval then?
Can I recommend that we do two motions? One for the main body of approvals and then take out Sakai and do them separately?
that might be a good way to
Okay.
proceed. Good idea.
So
I
do we have
agree with
a,
that.
do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda excluding Shokai from the list?
I would move so.
Second?
Motion by,
Sorry.
we have a motion by Hamilton, a second by Flournoy,
Okay.
to approve the agenda outside of Shokai. So please call the roll.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Flournoy,
Yes.
Hamas,
Yes.
Rasmussen,
Yes.
Hallie,
Yes.
Ledger Kalin,
Yes.
Revelinsky.
Yes. And is there a motion regarding Shokai?
I would move that we do a conditional approval of the liquor license request for Shokai, and the, how would I want to word it? Conditional to whether the state of Iowa Liquor Authority takes action in this case.
I'll second that.
Something like that. That work?
Is that specific enough, John?
Condition it on whether they're entitled to an exemption.
Okay, how,
The state of Iowa can determine if they have a training exemption,
Okay.
any exemption that they've used it.
For the recent violations.
right. So I guess that's the verbiage I would want to use.
Con-
John,
Got that?
thank you for putting words in my mouth.
You got it, Joy?
Okay.
You want to read it?
Oh,
That's a good idea.
to
Conditional?
conditionally approve Shokai pending the state of Iowa's action with regards to the condition
Recent violations.
on training exemptions. Okay.
Training exemptions is the thing we added.
Yeah.
Okay, motion by Hamilton,
Second?
second by Flournoy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. And I would vote aye also. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Okay, we will move on to our resolutions and action items here, since we have no public appearances. The first item is to set a public hearing for the 3rd Street reconstruction paving, and that, Mike, that's for 3rd and Iowa?
Correct. We're completing some sanitary sewer improvements on 3rd and Iowa. This public hearing would be for the street service that would be a part of that project. So we would set the public hearing for the street service portion of that project.
So the suggestion here is to set the public hearing for our next council meeting, which will be June 22nd at 7 p.m. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Flournoy, second by Hamilton. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next, we have a resolution to approve a tax abatement application for 1604 Timberlake Drive. This is Murtia and Richard Herman. And is just pulling it up here in the amount of $500,000 for a newly built single-family home.
Move to approve.
Moved by Hamas,
Second.
second by Hamilton, was quicker. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. Next, we have approval of tax abatement application for 111 North Court Street, Francis Gadskill. And this is for the Burning Oak restaurant, remodel of the Burning Oak restaurant. And it's in the amount of $250,000.
So moved.
Moved by Flournoy to approve.
Second.
Second by Hamas. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Moving along here, we have another a resolution to provide support for Dover Investments LLC housing project. This is an application to the Iowa Economic Development Authority. They have There's 4 different projects they're hoping to build here in the city, 4 different addresses. One at 908 West Briggs, 400 South 14th Street, 402 South 14th, and 406 South 14th Street. Mike, you have a little more detail on it than that?
That's all we have at this time, Councilmember Reverend. They're most likely to be single-family homes. I looked at the footprint. I suspect around 1,200 square feet, right in that ballpark. But 4 single-family homes in that neighborhood. Be a nice addition to the community.
And our support for their application does not involve financial, it's simply that we're in favor of this happening, or
So
what?
the resolution of support is for them to apply for the Iowa Economic Development Housing Authority tax credits, and the council is saying that we pledge to provide $1,000 per unit of local match dollars, and that $1,000 could come in a variety of ways, through tax abatement or through in-kind or cash donations to the project.
And the tax abatement's already our policy, so that's an automatic for us.
That'll be
already.
easily $1,000 per unit.
Should
Easily,
substantially exceed that.
Probably much more than that. Okay, we have a motion for the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Second by Ledger Kalen. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. And we have an ordinance to consider here. This is amending the permit burning times. This is the first reading of this ordinance. And the ordinance basically repeals the current ordinance by removing the day of burning during the months of burning, which are April, October, and November. The Wednesdays would no longer be permitted under this new ordinance. Currently, burning is permitted during daylight hours on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Saturday, 4 days a week, under our current ordinance in those 3 months, April, October, and November. And so this ordinance would take out Wednesday. And Mike, that was part of your committee's recommendation from when you considered this. Any more to say about it?
Just that the basic idea is to give the people who have some sort of respiratory condition, asthma, whatever, a break in the burning schedule so that they don't have to wait 3 days to be outside during those months.
And this came about by people approaching your committee?
Me personally, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this ordinance, so we would have a public hearing, open it to the public, if anyone has anything to say about this. No one here to speak about this tonight? This was a hot topic last time when we passed the ordinance originally, but this is only the first reading. We'll see what happens here. So we'll declare the public hearing closed at this point, and
Move to pass from the first to the second reading.
moved by Hammes,
Second.
second by Ledger Kalen. Please call the roll.
Hammes?
Yes.
Ledger Kalen?
Yes.
Rasmussen?
Yes.
Hallie?
Yes.
Flournoy?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Yes.
Medlinski?
There's only 2 things left on our agenda here. Coming down to committee reports, and that is Ways and Means report. I will report that we just completed a Ways and Means meeting just before this council meeting to consider the city financial policy manual that we're putting together under Mike's leadership, and I will just say that we're really tackling the main issues of our city finances, about what kind of reserves we need to maintain. I don't have a list here. Darren, you want to say anything more about this?
It's an overarching policy of how the city should handle its fiduciary responsibility with the tax base that comes in. We've worked pretty hard on it. This is the second meeting that we've had on this subject already. Tonight we got into more of the meat and potatoes of what our fund balances and what our actual reserves should be here at the city of Fairfield, and how we would work towards achieving that. We're setting some definite timelines on how we're going to do that, and we're actually in beginning discussions of different ways that we could comfortably achieve that. But it's gonna entail considerable belt tightening coming up.
And you say comfortably, but I think it's going to get uncomfortable before it gets better.
Well, the choices that are going to be made are ones that are going to cause a lot of discomfort. I can't stress that enough. But I think that if we don't do this or don't have this in place, we're still going to continue on a road that we're sliding on right now.
So I agree that very positive steps that we're considering here, and very prudent, that's fiscally prudent policies that we're considering that feel really right to think about. And it will involve some change, but it's going to be progressive. I think it'll be net positive, definitely for us, and kind of secure our future economically as well. So that's all I'll say. We're going to have another one. The third meeting on this will be in an hour and a half before our next council meeting on the 22nd at 5:30, in case any other council members or public would like to join us for that discussion. But you'll be seeing the results of our discussion very soon after that, and we'll be all discussing it in this forum soon. That's all I had to say about the Ways and Means. There's an update about the pool.
So it looks like Derek isn't here tonight. I can give that update, Councilmember.
Okay.
We did, the contractor has substantially completed the work on the pool, and the state inspector was down today and did give us a notice to open the pool. So we received our license today, and we will be opening on June 10th, which is pretty exciting news. So as a part of that, the mayor asked me to remind the council that they're invited to a tour tomorrow night along with the task force at 5 p.m. where the architect and builder will be on site and talk about the project and how it came to fruition. And that should certainly be exciting. So we will open June 10th as scheduled. And we're pretty happy about that. So major milestone for the city.
Do you know if the bike racks have been moved over yet?
I'm not sure, Mike, if Councilmember Alley, if the bike racks have moved over yet or not. There are several of those smaller items that they continue to work feverishly on, getting concession stand open, moving bike racks and that type of thing. As a part of that, you'll notice in your packet, Derek has attached a map of proposed walking and biking routes to the rec facility, and this will be put up on the website to help people find safe routes to the pool with their walking and biking trails. So,
I'd like to thank Melanie Carlson for putting that together.
absolutely.
I believe they went out to the schools as well.
Great.
Good.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Fantastic. A couple other things, Councilmember Linsky. The city crews have worked hard on painting and striping, and that is complete. So you see a lot of our city's streets and crossways and pedestrian paths are looking nice. So hands off to them. They did a great job. And then lastly, we did a city of Fairfield employee did pass away this week. So we ask that you keep Levi Amrine in your thoughts and prayers, his friends and family, and the service to be held Wednesday evening, a visitation, and service Thursday at the Civic Center. So please keep Levi's friends and family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Okay. So seeing no further business, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to
adjourn.
Second.
Motion by, who moved?
Darren.
Darren Hamilton, and second by Ledger Kalen. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay.